at your door. I'm a dreamer, I'm a singer, I'm a poet, I'm a fiend. I've been doing what I want, when I want, where I want. That's what I need. And there's a time and a place, and I know it in my soul. Just go with it, just roll with it. Roll with it. I just want more. Knocking at your door. Roll with it.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the premiere episode of UCW Breakdown. We're gonna get started in about a minute and a half, maybe two if I'm feeling feisty. I gotta need to drink some water. I got a couple things I need to do. But UCW Breakdown is here.
Shadows crawl through broken skies. Dreams decay where silence lies. Fingers trace the edge of night. Breathing heavy, craving fight. Twisted faces cracked in time. Every mirror hides a crime. I feel the tremor in my chest, screaming louder than the rest. Shattered glass under my skin. Every cut pulls me within, breaking free from what's been said, living life among the dead. Among the
I'm gonna roll that one more time while I'm getting finished up. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen.
Shadows crawl through broken skies. Dreams decay where silence lies. Fingers trace the edge of night.
This company needs some poison injected into it. I heard the same thing, sir. The same thing. That's some crazy timing that he pops up on the screen like that.
Every mirror hides a crime. I feel the tremor in my chest, screaming louder than the rest. Shattered glass under my skin. Every cut pulls me within, breaking free from what's been said, living life among the dead. Among the
All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to UCW. This is the first ever episode of UCW Breakdown, the debut episodes. You know what that means? Here on UCW, debut episodes means that everybody gets a shot at the belt. To start us off, we've got Azrael Black going on it against Darius Praise. Bear with me on the voice. I ain't talked in like 4 hours. Azrael Black versus Darius Praise in a one-on-one submission match for the Deathlock Championship. If you do not know what the Deathlock Championship is, it is submission-only championship. If you haven't checked out the video where I announced all of the UCW titles and all of the new shows, go check out that video on YouTube whenever the stream is over. Next up after that, we've got a 10-minute Iron Death match. This is a 10-minute Iron Woman match where the only things underneath the ring are painful things. And it's one-on-one. Liz Starr takes on Misty Rivers for the Ironclad Women's Championship. And then we've got a triple threat falls count anywhere elimination match between Scott Taylor, Eddie Lewis, and Jake Simon. That's why it felt so weird. The music wasn't playing. This is the Breakdown Prince of Carnage championship behind them that they will be going at it for here tonight. Then we've got a 2-on-2 Extreme Rules action. Ethan Omega and Nolan Omega will go at it against Jared Skinner and Dan Slater for the UCW Tag Team Extreme Championships. And then Haley Ramone will take on Demi Domingo for the UCW Breakdown Women's Championship. And then, ladies and gentlemen, our final match of the evening is for the UCW Breakdown Championship. But there are some things scheduled later on tonight that I cannot disclose to you, so the belt is not showing up. To start us off, the UCW Deathlock Championship is on the line. Azrael Black versus Darius Praise. Clown, how is your 4th of July going, brother? Sorry I did not get to you sooner. Had to do the YouTube intro. Hope you understand. Making their way to the ring first, ladies and gentlemen, we have Azrael Black. This man calls himself the Archangel. Coming back from nothing time and time again. A challenger in the Deathlock division, that is for sure one of my favorites. His eyes glow. I'm not sure if those are contacts or if it's genetic, but this man has some powers that I am not ready to see, and I don't think the UCW universe is either. Once again, to get it out of the way quickly, if you are interested in joining UCW, all you have to do is post your created character using UCWUU and UCWEF. Leave a comment on whatever video you found it in, letting me know that you did it. Join the Discord. It's in the description of the YouTube, and we will be good. Azrael Black getting ready to wipe his feet, climbing into the ring. This match is getting very close to underway, ladies and gentlemen. His opponent, the lights have been cued. They are on their way. Who is it gonna be? We already know the answer. Ladies and gentlemen, making their way down to the ring, we've got Darius Praise. A fighter through and through. One of the fastest combos in all of UCW. Darius Praise is not here to fight. He is here to grapple, tussle if you will, roll around on the mat. Big meaty men slapping meat. What could go wrong? UCW Breakdown, ladies and gentlemen. We don't take anything serious, especially ourselves. Am I the only one who noticed he went tween tween when he climbed into the ring? He definitely went tween tween, right? And there it is, the Deathlock Championship. One of the more simple designs here on UCW Breakdown, in my opinion. The announcer has got the crowd underway. The championship is in the air, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, the bell rings and the match begins. Darius Praise, big kick to the gut to start us off. A knee lift as well, stomping down on the arm. Azrael Black not to the strong start that I thought he would have. Off the top rope, big moonsault connects. He's rolling him over. Picks him up. Azrael Black fighting back, gets back up to his feet. Let's see what he's got now. The knee is caught. He didn't catch that foot. Well, I mean, technically he did. He caught it with his face. Black wants his opponent back on his feet. Maybe just taunting him a little. Big kicks to the face. Praise did not go down. He's back up. Collar and elbow tie up between these two men. What is gonna be the outcome? Darius Praise working the arm of Azrael Black now. The metaphorical wing, if you will. Snapping the shoulder back. Darius Praise seems to be in big control here tonight. My voice, okay. My voice skips like an AI voice, but like y'all know it's me, right? But y'all, this ain't a voiceover. It's me. I know my voice skips like it's an AI. Trust me, I listen to my voice for hours on repeat while I'm editing. I hear it. I understand. I get it. I'm a real person, as far as I know. Azrael Black with a big headlock to Darius Praise. Throws him over his hip. A lot of grappling will definitely happen here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, with the nature of the match being a submissions-only match. Huge kick to the face of Darius Praise. Azrael Black missing the big moonsault off the top rope. Praise makes his way back into the ring. He's got him by the back. Another dominant position, but it looks like Azrael Black is fighting back in this one. Now he's got control. Picks him up, then drops him back down. A lot of pressure to the waist of Darius Praise. One has to think, is that all part of the plan of Azrael Black to break his opponent down? Big kick to the gut, and another, and a raised knee to the face of Azrael Black from Darius Praise. Stomping down on the elbow, rallying the crowd behind him. Darius Praise loving this action here tonight. Azrael Black able to fight back after making his way to his feet. Big punch to the face connects, and he's got an arm lock. The first submission of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Azrael Black able to fight out. Getting his opponent off of his case. Big drop kick misses. Able to throw him into the ref. Maybe a good strategy, as the ref is the only man who can break this match up and end it. He picks him up to his feet. And he's against the ropes now. Praise caught him with a big elbow and then a knee to follow it up. Azrael Black falls down, makes his way back up. Big drop kick connects from Darius Praise. He's going up to that middle rope, walking along it. Nice elbow drop from Darius Praise. That did a lot of damage to the chest of Azrael Black, but you would not be able to tell. This man has so much fight in him that he did not even feel what just happened. Big punch to the face sends Azrael Black spilling down. I said Ariel. That man a Little Mermaid. Drops him down. Big headbutt to the chin. Takes him out with a clothesline. Darius Praise now laid out in the middle of the UCW breakdown logo. Now he's working the leg. Able to get out. Darius Praise fights back. Into the ropes. Drops down under. Leapfrog follows it. Darius Praise drops him down on his knee. Over the top rope. Darius Praise missed with that one. But the drop kick connects. Azrael Black fighting back. Big kick to the face. He's got the back of the head of Darius Praise. What's he looking to do? Props him up against that rope. Throws him into it. Does not move fast enough. Misses the big knee. Darius Praise with an elbow of his own. Huge punches. These two men exchanging blows. Reversal after reversal. A styles clash from Azrael Black. Is that enough? We won't know. He's going for more. Ladies and gentlemen, remember this is a submissions only match. Darius Praise fights back. Big counter. Huge knee to the face to follow it up. He needs to get a submission locked in if he has any chance of ending this match right here, right now. Big stomp down onto the shoulder. He's got another submission. This looks like it's a choke. Azrael Black seems to be a little worried, fighting out of it. The punch misses from Darius Praise. Azrael Black has got him up. No, Darius Praise. Big punch to the gut as a counter. Big combo. Stomps down on the back of Azrael Black. Big punch to the gut. Down onto his back. Darius Praise just laid out Azrael Black. Black making his way to his feet. Big punch to the face. Another ripcord knee sends him back down. Darius Praise in complete control here tonight. He's going for another submission. The choke is locked in. Is that deep enough to take out his opponent? He's not breaking out nearly as fast as he has before. Darius Praise releases his grip. Sweat might have been getting in the way, lubricating the effects of the choke, making it easier to get out for Azrael Black. My voice is dead, just if you can't tell. I'm I gotta talk a little higher to actually sound like myself. Because if I talk like me, I sound like this. Azrael Black catches him with a big kick. He's got his opponent against the barricade. Big headbutt down into it. Praise fighting back on the outside. The kick to the face of Azrael Black. Look at the scarring across the body. Darius Praise is going up to the top rope. He comes back down. He did like 3 or 4 flips on his way down. What was that? Goes over and tosses his opponent using the foot as a fulcrum. Now slamming the arm of Azrael Black down onto the outside. He stomps down on his face. Azrael Black needs to make his way back into the ring. There are countouts in the submission match. He caught the kick. Big chop across the chest and a knee. He rolls him over, stomps down on top of him. Azrael Black might have just taken control here. He's going up to the top rope this time. Darius Praise up to his feet. Black changes his mind. Goes back underneath. Oh, there's a Wendigo video playing in the background. That's crazy. Let me fix that. Sorry, Wendigo. No free advertisement here. Actually, I'll give him a little bit of free advertisement. If y'all like conspiracy theories and crazy things, Wendigoon is your guy. Let me tell you. Y'all have heard of Wendigoon way before you heard of me. I mean, I feel like that's a huge metric. I feel like you've definitely heard of Wendigoon before you heard of UCW, the Casual Gamer, any of that. Let's get back into it. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We had a rope break to break up the submission. He goes up to the top rope, stomps down on his body. He's going up to the top once again, takes him out. Azrael Black looking really good late in this match. The kick to the top of the head and a drop kick folds him up. Azrael Black crawling his way into the corner. Hit huge kick to the face of Darius Praise, connects, and then another. He laid him out in the middle of the ring. Gets him back up to his feet. What's Azrael Black looking to do? He goes up to the top rope. Drops the knees down onto the shoulders of Darius Praise. Darius Praise looking to get out of the ring. Get out of the way of danger. Hydrate time. Darius Praise down onto the UCW breakdown logo on the outside. Big superplex. Black's not moving, ladies and gentlemen. As I say that, he's able to fight back, gets up to his feet. Darius Praise throws him back into the ring. Going up to the top. He comes back down. Looking for something big. Darius Praise wants to end this match here. He caught him, ripcord knee. Azrael Black laid out. Darius Praise goes to flip him over. He's got another choke locked in. Is that one enough? He rips no. Black fights out. He's got him on his shoulders. Folds him up, drops him down onto his head. Azrael Black, a completely different man after that submission attempt. An armbar locked in. He's pulled it back. He's got it. Just needs to pull the wrist back a little more. Darius Praise was able to fight out, ladies and gentlemen. Huge neck breaker. Azrael Black back up to his feet, meets him with a punch. Darius Praise dropped him on his face. He got a reversal. He's going up to the middle rope. Once again, the tween elbow drop. Stomping down on the arm, he's going for another choke. Darius Praise could have this match right here. He's wrenching his neck back, waiting for his opponent to tap. Will it come? No, it doesn't. Azrael Black able to get out of that one. Darius Praise fired up. Lot left in him. Another ripcord knee to Azrael Black. Lays out his opponent once again. working the neck still. Darius prays, applying pressure to the back and the throat of Azrael Black. He slammed him down, released the grip once again. Azrael Black, huge elbow to the face of Darius prays. He's got him, drops him down onto his shoulders. Collar and elbow tie up. Azrael Black on the outside, stomping down on his opponent. Big knee drop. Azrael Black sends Darius Praise into the ring post, rallying the crowd behind him now in the middle of the ring. Aleister Black awaiting his opponent's arrival, a count of 8. Darius Praise makes it back in, stops the DQ. Azrael Black slips under. Darius Praise took him out, big clothesline for a reversal. He kicks him in the gut, off the ropes, big drop kick from Darius Praise. Gets him up to his feet. Another ripcord knee from Darius Praise to Azrael Black. Is that enough? He's going for another choke. The pressure of the knee across the back combined with the stretching of the throat. You have to think this one is... Pause. I ain't say that. Both men missing big kicks to each other. Azrael Black throws Darius into the ropes. They collide once again. Kick to the gut sends Azrael Black flying. Big punch to the face. These two men now exchanging blows. Who will get the upper hand? Huge haymakers from either side. A chop across the chest from Darius Praise. They're meeting each other with big punches. Haymakers from either man. Azrael Black gets the upper hand. Kick to the gut. Neck breaker. He's not done. Turns it into a choke. Azrael Black. What's he looking to? He wins. Azrael Black is your first ever Deathlock champion with that insane choke at the end of the match. What's this? This is a little creepy. He's just hovering over his opponent. Oh, he's the claw. The claw. He's just applying pressure to the sides of the face of his opponent. This match is over, Azrael. Get out of the ring. Take your belt. Go to your next show. Standing over his opponent, Azrael Black. Truly an intimidating figure here in UC. Did he just pet him? Is he stroking his face? It's getting a little sus over here on UCW Breakdown. I don't know how I feel about that. This is a family show. There's certain things we can't show without getting sued by people who are upset about things that are normal. If you have a problem with what we show on UCW Breakdown, simple answer, click off. The great thing about the internet, you ain't gotta be here. I want you here, but you ain't gotta be here. Free will and all that. You heard. Unless you're in Britain. I hear they got some crazy things going on as far as like regulations and things like that. UCW Women's Ironclad Championship on the line. Lies Star versus Misty Rivers. The lights go down. It can only be one woman, ladies and gentlemen. Lies Star. A true fan favorite. I expect her to be. The energy of the crowd thus far has been insane. When her music hits, they all go up. Isn't that what Cody says? as she stands in the ring awaiting her opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman right here, a true natural at the sport of professional wrestling, Misty Rivers, has made her debut. A Native American prodigy, this woman right here carries the tradition of all those who came before her. Instead of Samoans, we got Indians, or Native Americans. My bad, that was inappropriate. Native Americans. What's crazy? Native Americans, what are our names? Leave it to be live. Just start slipping up on your words. Grew up in Arkansas. Gotta do better, bro. Misty Rivers, hand up in the sky. One can only think she's been training for this moment her whole life. Now, ladies and gentlemen, remember the Ironclad Women's Championship can only be defended or won in an Iron Death match. That is a 10-minute Iron Woman match where the only things under the ring are painful. Like spiky painful. Not like the regular amount painful they already are. Both these women are ready. Ladies and gentlemen, Live Star, Misty Rivers, they get it together in a collar and elbow tie-up to start us off. 9 minutes and 50 seconds remaining on the clock. Big kick to the body from Misty Rivers. And a knee to the face as well. Lai is able to fight back. Another collar and elbow tie-up. Can't wait to get out at the beginning of the match. They stopped doing that. I did watch a video the other day where you turn that stuff off, and I'm thinking about doing it. Also, if I look sweaty, it's 84 degrees outside and probably 87 in my room. Live Star drops down. Misty Rivers goes up. Catches herself on the ropes. Another collar and elbow tie-up. You love to see it. Backing her down into the ropes, applying pressure to the shoulders now. Misty Rivers. Big punch to the face. Takes her out. Misty Rivers on the outside. Off the top rope, huge drop kick connects. Live Star not looking good here early. Misses the kick. Able to get a counter, not fast enough. She throws her into the ropes. Another drop kick from Misty Rivers. Stomping down on the leg. She goes up to the top rope. Misses the knee drop. Definitely did not have the range or the leg strength to make something like that. Drops her down onto her knee. Misty Rivers in complete control. 8 minutes remain in this match, ladies and gentlemen. Big punch to the face. Live Star fighting back. German suplex as well. And an elbow drop to end off the combo. Both women going for big kicks. Misty Rivers follows it up with a back fist that connects. A light bar has entered the ring. Across the back of Live Star. Shards of glass all over the ring. A count of 2. Only 2 though. Live Star able to kick out. Heel Leah, how you doing? How it go? On the outside, Misty Rivers, big drop kick connects. Live Star in the middle of the ring. She's going up to the middle rope now. Elbow drop misses. P Fort Note Boy. P90 Fort Note Boy. How you doing, brother? You have a headache. Title plate still messing with you. Huge kick from Live Star connects to the face of Misty Rivers. She's working on the knee now. Ankle lock is in. She gets up to her feet. Takes her out with a clothesline. Working the arm now. Live Star. It is fun and it is painful, yes. Flips her over her shoulder. Big drop kick. But I mean, once you get down and like get used to all the creative stuff and like get used to doing the creations, it gets a lot easier the more you do it. The guitarist come in. Misty Rivers breaks it across the face of Lies Star. This match has gotten very hardcore very quickly. Down onto her face. Misty Rivers going for a cover. 6 minutes remain in this match, and Misty Rivers has just obtained her first fall. But no, I mean, by the time I got to, I think I made Breakdown first, so it must have, no, I made Overdrive last. So by the time I got to Overdrive, it wasn't necessarily like autopilot, but like I could already see what I wanted, and I had already made images for specific parts of the arena, so I already like knew where to put them. So it gets way simpler. Excuse my voice. I don't talk nearly as much as I think I do, so I don't know why it's acting like this. Lies Star, arm lock to Misty Rivers, catches her with a big kick to the face. And a spinning back fist as well. Running Bulldog. Lies Star back up once again. Still fight left in this young lady right here. Big elbows to the head. Misty Rivers has just busted open her opponent. That back fist did not connect. Star throws her into the corner. Drops her down onto her face. Misty Rivers also busted open. Also, since it's, Independence Day and all, what everybody have for Din Din? I have brats and chips. A little bit of mustard, a little bit of ketchup. It was incredible. A clothesline connects. Lies Star fighting back against Misty Rivers. Takes her out. She's going for a cover. Only a count of 2. Misty Rivers able to get out of that one. She's got her by the back of the head. Big elbows from Misty Rivers. Huge punches. She's got the head, drops her down. Lies Star. 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Once again, Misty Rivers able to kick out. Lies Star now the one heading underneath the ring. Oh my. I can't remember what it's called. I'm really disappointed in myself. It's Giselle, isn't it? Big clothesline connects. Lies Star on the outside. Misty Rivers keeping her out of the ring. 3 minutes and a half remain. Under the bottom rope. Big chops to the chest from Misty Rivers. She's got her DDT. Lays out her opponent. She wants her on her feet. Big stomp down onto the back of the head of Lies Star. 1, 2. No, only a count of 2. Lies Star was able to kick out of the second fall. 3 minutes and 10 seconds remain. Walking her over into the corner. Big elbows to the body. She takes her down. Roll up pin. Only a count of 2. Misty Rivers still able to kick out. Into the corner. Big kick to the body. Lies Star looking for at least 1 to tie this match. Stomping down on the chest of Misty Rivers. Back into play. Oh my gosh. I do not want to be the receiver of whatever that thing is actually called. I swear I know what it's called. I'm just blanking. I'm more disappointed in myself than you are in me. Misty Rivers makes her way back in, taking advantage of her opponent's goading. Drops her down with a stunner. Lies Star rolls out of the ring. Misty Rivers on pursuit. Going for another cover. 1, 2, 3. Misty Rivers now up 2-0. If you are new, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. This is a fight for the UCW Women's Ironclad Championship. Misty Rivers up 3-0 And I think it is safe to say Misty Rivers is about to become your first ever Ironclad Women's Champion. A stunner to put another on the big victory. She's up to 4. A kick to the face. Lies Star got laid out with that one. Big punch connects, but she's only got a minute and 15 seconds to make anything happen. Drops her down on her face. She's got a choke. Once again, a neck breaker down onto that barbed wire bat. And the nail-covered board. Slamming it down onto her arm. Going for the cover. Lies Star still not able to get 150 seconds remaining. Big kick to the top of the head. Chops to the body as well. She's got her, throws her over. Misty Rivers trying to make it 5. 35 seconds remain. She does. She has now beat Lies Star 5 times to none. A big leg drop takes out Misty Rivers. Is that enough for Lies Star to get her only fall? 20 seconds remaining. Only a count of 2. Misty Rivers fighting like hell to not fall to this woman right here. 10 seconds remain. Lies Star just getting her breath. She's got her by the back of the head. Big punch to the back of the head of Misty Rivers. This match is over. Ladies and gentlemen, your first ever women's Ironclad champion, Misty Rivers. I need to drink water. Water. Agua. Oh, that helps so much. I sound a little bit like me again. Hells to the yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, our next contestant, or not next contestant, our next match this evening is one that I am excited for, to say the least. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, your first ever UCW Breakdown Prince of Carnage champion will be crowned. Eddie Lewis takes on Scott Taylor and Jake Simon. Contestant for show. We have modeling show now, actually. UCW, America's Next Top Model. The devil is here. The devil is here. As far as I know, he is in the building. Yes, sir. He has made his presence known. When will he come out? Scott Taylor, one of the best from UCW Prime, did not make his Prime debut last Wednesday, but he is making his debut right here, right now. Scott Taylor looking to become the first ever Prince of Carnage. The Prince of Carnage Championship can be used as a stepping stone up to the Breakdown World Championship. No, I've been here. I'm an angel sometimes. I feel like we can all be all things at all times. Get super metaphysical and beat real quick. We are all things all at once. I need to turn off my video capture card for a second. The real ones know. Scott Taylor hyped up in the middle of the ring, ready to go. Also, as far as connectivity, how have we been tonight? Are we dropping frames? Does it look bad still? A whole house reorganization and like where the router got changed. So hopefully we looking better for all of you watching live on Twitch and YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Lewis has made his way out and he is ready for action. I believe this is also one of you out there watching UCW. Maybe not live, but I believe this is a follower or a subscriber because he is downloaded from UCW, UU, or EF. Eddie Lewis, one of the baddest men in this division, but the baddest has yet to come. 3 incredible talents are walking into this ring, but ladies and gentlemen, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Only one of them is walking out with the Prince of Carnage Championship. And now, Our final contestant, one of the scariest men. No, you did not give me Rose, and no, I did not upload her. I tried not to use anybody from TXW, DTX, or HWA. Not because I felt like I was stealing or anything like that, just because I wanted to be independent from that until I was, like, not welcomed in, but, like, accepted as an actual eFed by people who do other eFeds, not just some random guy who makes WWE content. So as people say they want to be a part of it, I bring them in. I'm not ushering anybody in. Jake Simon makes his way in, down to the ramp. This man right here, believed to be a vampire. I've never seen him when the sun is out, ladies and gentlemen. That could make his chances of winning the Prince of Carnage championship way higher. And Leah, if you are wanting to Rose to be a part of UCW, we are more than happy to have her. You can just, I can just upload her from any of the other hashtags she's posted with, or you can upload her using UCWUU and UCWEF. And for those of you watching at home, if that's how you want to join, that's all you got to do. And then leave a comment letting me know that you did it. Join the Discord, and we are all good. That's all you have to do. And then you just have to continue to watch. That's the only thing. I expect nothing. Jake Simon looks very cool and ready to go, not showing any signs of really any type of nervousness or anxiety at all. You got to upgrade her, then you'll put her up. I'm always down for a good attire change and a relook. The Adam Thomas, Scott Taylor, Bradley Sparks, all them, they change slightly over time every once in a while. Jake Simon ready to go. And ladies and gentlemen, you know what that means. That means it is time for the Prince of Carnage to be crowned. There is no ring announcer because this is a triple threat, falls count anywhere, elimination match. All three looking to become the first ever. The bell rings and this match is now underway. Eddie Lewis making his way over to Jake Simon early. Big elbow connects. Scott Taylor catches him with a kick to the gut. He rolls him over, going for an early pin. Big punch from Eddie Lewis seems to have staggered Scott Taylor, and a combo ending with a clothesline takes him out. Eddie Lewis has got the back of the neck of Jake Simon. Big punches to the face. And Scott Taylor has got a sledgehammer, brings it into the ring. Eddie Lewis scratching and clawing at the head and eyes of Scott Taylor. He's got him, throws him against the ropes. Eddie Lewis on the outside apron. Scott Taylor works him through. Big elbows and forearms to the back. Jake Simon standing there very patiently, might I add, awaiting his opportunity, going for a cover. The roll up from Jake Simon, not even a 1 count. Scott Taylor able to reverse it. Eddie Lewis setting up a table, it looks like. Jake Simon able to fight back against Scott Taylor. None of these men getting a 1 count, but Jake Simon is now busted open. The table shot from Eddie Lewis made sure of that. The table is also now blocking my camera shot. Scott Taylor, Jake Simon. Big punches to the body. He catches him, but Jake Simon too fast. Stomping down on the gut, big reversal. Scott Taylor rolls out of the ring. Eddie Lewis biting down on the already open wound on the forehead of Jake Simon. Big elbows to the body. Jake Simon not looking good against Eddie Lewis. Big elbows. Scott Taylor drops him down onto his knees. Huge kick to the face. Scott Taylor getting abused down onto that table in the middle of the ring. Jake Simon tried to catch him with a sledgehammer. Scott Taylor caught both men with a big kick to the face. Eddie Lewis fighting off the shoulders of Scott Taylor. Huge elbows connect. He's got him by the note. That brings a new definition to I got your nose. Jake Simon out of nowhere lays out Eddie Lewis, takes him off of Scott Taylor's back just to be the man on his back. Scott Taylor, big punches to the face, fighting off Jake Simon's assault. He's got him by the head. Huge chair shot from Eddie Lewis, connects, lays out Scott Taylor. He's got him, rolls him over. Jake Simon, the only man in the middle of the ring on his feet, at that moment. I know Scott Taylor just got in there. Don't come for me. Off the top rope, misses the knee drop. Scott Taylor flips Eddie Lewis over his shoulder. Onto the middle rope, frog splash down. Scott Taylor looking good. Jake Simon trying to make him a little less good. A reversal from Scott Taylor. Hold on. Eddie Lewis was trying to take out the legs of Scott Taylor. It did not work, so he takes him out with a reverse DDT, going for a cover. Only a count of one. Jake Simon throws the chair across the ring, catches Eddie Lewis with a huge drop kick. One. Only a count of one. He's setting up the no, just throws it down on top of the body of, oh my God! Jake Simon just laid out Scott Taylor. Eddie Lewis breaks up the pin for some reason or another. Not sure why you do that, but good for you, Home Slice. Jake Simon's got Scott Taylor up, catches Eddie Lewis with a big combo, looking to finish it off with the suplex down. He succeeds. Eddie Lewis laid out. Scott Taylor, he's got Jake Simon's up. Off the middle rope, coffin drop from Scott Taylor. Trying to make up his mind on which man he's gonna target. Stops Eddie Lewis with the ladder in front of him. Eddie Lewis catches him, but Scott Taylor caught the boot. Run, dragon corkscrew, 5,000. Scott Taylor, 2. Only a count of 2. Throws the trash can in, down onto the body of Eddie Lewis. Scott Taylor tried to get him with the table, missing. Caught him. Reverse DDT to Scott Taylor from Jake Simon. Eddie Lewis takes out Jake Simon with a kendo stick. Now going towards Scott Taylor. Big kick to the gut. Huge punch to the face of Scott Taylor from Eddie Lewis. He throws Jake Simon into the ring. Ring ropes. Come on now, Josh. That's my name. Fuck it. And that's 1. Eddie Lewis going for the cover. 2. Only a count of 2. Throws Eddie Lewis out of the ring. Scott Taylor on the outside apron. Through the ropes. Big spear from Scott Taylor. Jake Simon back up. Blue mist in the face of Scott Taylor, lays him out. Scott Taylor disorientated. Does not know where he's at. Who knows what was actually in that mist? He could have just got drugged. We can't really allow things like that to happen on UCW, but I'm just going to turn a blind eye. Big kick to the gut. He's got him. Picks him up. Scott Taylor not looking good. Down onto the ladder. Jake Simon. Huge move. Just might have ended. Scott Taylor kicks out. A better man than me. Big kick to the gut. Huge elbows. Eddie Lewis just got him. Big punch to the face of Scott Taylor and a kick to lay him out. Eddie Lewis trying to pick up where his other opponent left off, and he does. Scott Taylor eliminated. Jake Simon with the steel steps. Eddie Lewis with a table. Both men in the ring. Lewis catches him with the backbreaker down onto the ladder. Now grabbing the ladder. What else does he have in mind? You saw nothing. That is right, Leah. You didn't see anything. I didn't say anything at all. Big punch to the gut from Jake Simon off the middle rope. He caught him. Reverse DDT once again. Drops the elbow down of Eddie Lewis. Jake Simon trying to end this match as soon as possible. Big stomp to the face of Eddie Lewis. Eddie Lewis is bleeding, ladies and gentlemen. Jake Simon sets up the ladder. in the middle of the ring. A little unorthodox in a non-ladder match. Stomping down onto the face. Misses the fist drop. Eddie Lewis back up to his feet. Was going for a drop kick. Jake Simon able to put an end to that. Misses the big punch. Into the ropes. Goes over. Jake Simon able to fight back. Catches him with a drop kick to the knee. He picks it up. Slams the stairs down onto the body of Eddie Lewis. Big kick to the body. Huge punches. And another, he flips him over his hip. Jake Simon once again with the steel steps. Up to the top rope. Comes down, huge leg drop, lays out Eddie Lewis. One has to think that is the end, ladies and gentlemen. 2. Eddie Lewis somehow able to kick out of that. Jake Simon makes his way back up to his feet after the huge assault on Eddie Lewis that did not result in a pin somehow. He's got him by the back of the head, working him back into the ring. Off the top rope, Jake Simon. He's got a trash can, throws it down onto the body. Able to get out of the way. Jake Simon catches him down onto the stairs. Eddie Lewis is not conscious any longer. He kicks out. He kicks out. Eddie Lewis somehow still able to fight back. Jake Simon wondering what else he has to do to keep his opponent down. He gets Eddie Lewis back up to his feet. Gets him on his shoulder. Eddie Lewis with a reversal. Lays Jake Simon out. Stomping down onto his eyes. Jake Simon just got laid out. Eddie Lewis dropped him down on his face. Did he just win this match? No, Jake Simon able to kick out at 2. These two men going to war for this championship here tonight. He props the chair up in the corner. Crossbody does not connect, and neither does the drop kick. He's got him by the back of the head. Throws him into the ladder, confuses his opponent. Eddie Lewis throws Jake Simon into the ropes. Big shoulder tackle. Lays him out. Is that enough? 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Jake Simon still has it left in him. Off the ropes. He's going for another 2. No, still kicks out at 2. Jake Simon. He caught him with the elbow to the face. Eddie Lewis looking for the end result. Drops the fist down onto the body. Drops him down onto his knee. And then the leg drop down. Jake Simon into the corner. Kick in the gut. Raking the face of Jake Simon across the ropes. Back into the ropes once again. Catches him. Takes him down. Going for another cover. Eddie Lewis. Eddie Lewis wins. What a surprising victory. I honestly thought Jake Simon would have had it by now. Eddie Lewis, ladies and gentlemen, your first ever Prince of Carnage. An incredible victory in this triple threat elimination match. Eddie Lewis, I hope you're watching somewhere out there. Proud of yourself. Now I need the game to load. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is for the UCW Tag Team Extreme Championships. Still here, still working. Very nice, very nice. We've got the Omegas going up against Dan Slater versus Jared Skinner. Making their way to the ring first. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we've got Damage Inc. These two men right here, fierce competitors in the UCW Tag Team Extreme Division, looking to prove that by becoming the first ever Extreme Tag Team Champions. That's about all I got for these two. They're new signees, and this is a new show. Ain't nothing happening here. There ain't no lore. Let's build the lore together, ladies and gentlemen. Damage Inc. ready to do some damage. But their opponents, ladies and gentlemen, are a true powerhouse and technician tag team duo. These two men, brothers in arms and in life, Nolan and Ethan Omega, ladies and gentlemen. Two very impressive talents here, making their debut. As a tag team anyway. Nolan Omega making his singles debut this week on Monday, where he took on Adam Thomas to become the UCW World Heavyweight Champion. And sadly, he lost. Adam Thomas becoming your first ever World Heavyweight Champion on Overdrive. If you have not checked it out, after the stream, be sure to go check out the YouTube, catch up on the last month and 3 weeks of UCW, and any matches that you missed from tonight will be uploaded tomorrow morning. Single individual matches at 8 a.m., the full show at 7. And there they are, the UCW Tag Team Extreme Championships, very reminiscent of the early 2000 WWE Tag Team Championships, the best in my opinion. The ref lifts the belts up above his head. These four men looking to get this action underway. If you bear with me just momentarily while I figure out which one is Dan Slater and Jared Skinner. Jared Skinner takes a big punch, kick, whatever. I blame that. I was trying to prevent the call. Nolan Omega not looking good. Jared Skinner had him up on his shoulders. Over the top rope. Off of it, misses the cutter. Nolan Omega misses a big move. Jared Skinner kind of mocking him on the outside. Meanwhile, Ethan Omega doing a lot of damage to Dan Slater. Big elbow to the back of the knee. Ethan and Nolan now putting it together. Over the top rope, Ethan misses. Dan Slater makes his way back up to his feet. Also misses the big attack off the top rope. Nolan Omega hit it. I believe he told me that was called the Omega Factor. Big kick to the gut. Rolls him over, going for a cover on Dan Slater. Jared Skinner can't get there, and Ethan rolls him over anyway, leaving his partner alone with both of his opponents. Probably not a good idea. Luckily, Nolan on the chase. Big punches to the gut and a kick to the body. He's got him, flips him over, down onto his head. Ethan just dropped Dan Slater. Jared Skinner taking the fight to Nolan Omega on the outside. He's got a trash can now, throws it over the ropes. What's Ethan Omega looking to do to Dan Slater with that trash can? He meets him with a big kick to the gut and another Huge kicks from Ethan Omega. He's putting a lot of pressure on the throat of Dan Slater. Nolan Omega on the outside with Jared Skinner. He's working on a suplex. Drops him down on the barricade. Ethan going for the cover. A count of 2 early on in this match here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Drops the kendo stick down onto Jared Skinner. Nolan Omega notices his brother struggling on the inside of the ring. Stops Dan Slater from whatever he was planning. Ethan makes his way back in. Nolan not in a good position. Big suplex takes him out. Ethan Omega knocks Dan Slater down a peg. With that, getting him off his brother's back. Flies off the top rope and misses. Jared Skinner back in the ring. He's got a steel chair. Dan Slater putting the attack from Ethan on a hold. He's looking for something big. Jared Skinner stops him. Imagine your partner interrupting you going for a big move. Off the top rope, Dan Slater got him. Going for a cover, Jared Skinner on Nolan Omega. Only a count of 1. The Omega twins have done a lot more damage than Damage Inc. has thus far. Little immature to go for a cover this early, in my opinion. Irresponsible, immature, unintelligent, whatever you want to call it. Ethan Omega throwing Dan Slater around on the outside. Nolan able to take the legs out from underneath Jared. He's going for a cover. Dan not going to make it to stop him. Only a count of 1. Dumb would also be another adjective. Not adjective. The one with the T. No, it's sorry. This would be fine. Synonym. There we go. Public education. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Ethan just hit a suicide dive to Dan Slater on the outside. Nolan Omega's got the head of Jared Skinner. Big suplex, but I think he's looking for 2 more. Yes, he is. Words are hard, especially coming up with them on the fly. Like, I got speech impediments and, like, some learning disabilities and stuff, man. And, like, it's a little difficult, but, like, we persevere. We power through. We here. Dan Slater got him between his legs. He's got Ethan Omega up on his shoulders, looking to drop him down on the top rope. Jared Skinner catches Nolan Omega, throws him around, going for a cover. Ethan Omega taking an assault from a steel chair right now. A count of 2. Nolan able to fight out. Jared Skinner throws the trash can down onto Ethan Omega. Ethan Omega not able to hit whatever he was going for. Dan Slater fights back. Nolan Omega, huge sling blade, lays out Jared Skinner. He breaks up the pin. Having a teammate comes in handy every once in a while. Big DDT to Dan Slater. Jared Skinner and Dan Slater both laying on their back. Ethan Omega and Nolan Omega both on their feet. Huge elbow drop connects. He's going for the cover. 2. Only a count of 2. Nolan Omega up to the top. Hurricane Rana takes out Jared Skinner. Ethan Omega alone with his opponent on the inside of the ring. Dan Slater crawls into the corner, trying to relieve the damage of this night. He's got a table. Nolan Omega just dropped Jared Skinner on the top of his head on the outside of the ring. And a knee drop to follow it up. Dan Slater going for the cover. Nolan Omega can't make it into the ring. Ethan Omega kicks out at 1. Over the top rope. Big punch to the face of Dan Slater. Nolan Omega breaking it up. Ethan Omega throws him into the corner. Jared Skinner makes his way back in. Huge punches from Nolan Omega. Big punch from Jared Skinner. Full Nelson. Throws him down on his back. Ethan Omega's distracted. 1, 2. Jared Skinner did not get it. And oh my God, Dan Slater just got superplexed through that table. Ethan Omega just got laid out by Jared Skinner. Absolute carnage in this tag team extreme match. Nolan Omega makes his way back in, changes his mind, meets Jared Skinner, catches him. He's got the head trapped, going for the 3 suplexes. No, changes his mind, drops his opponent down on his shoulders. Throws the chair, does not connect. Nolan Omega with a trash can. Lays him out with an attitude adjustment. Nolan Omega, 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Dan Slater kicks out. Another table coming into play. Nolan Omega off the top rope. Going for the cover. Jared Skinner makes his way in. Able to get the break up at 1. Big punch misses. Clothesline does connect though. He's not able to get to Ethan Omega. Ethan Omega catches a big elbow. Lays out both of the Omega twins. Big Hurricane Rana to Jared Skinner. He's not looking as good as he was moments ago. Ethan Omega gets caught by Dan Slater. Neck breaker. Nolan Omega on the outside with a kendo stick. Dan Slater on the inside with a trash can. He laid him out on his face. Nolan Omega not looking good. Neither is Ethan Omega. He's on his shoulders. Nolan Omega makes his way into the ring. Dan Slater going for the cover. Nolan Omega barely able to save this match for he and his brother. Nolan Omega with a reversal. He's got him up on his shoulders. Dan Slater able to get off. Neck breaker connects. Pause. Big hammer shot to the face of Ethan Omega. He's busted open. Going for the cover. Jared Skinner trying to win this match. Neck breaker from Dan Slater. He's going for a cover now. 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Damage Inc. doing anything they can to try and walk away with the W. He's got his head trapped. Ethan Omega down onto his knee. He's going up to the top rope. Dan Slater and Jared Skinner both on the inside. Big elbow drop connects from Ethan Omega. He's going for the cover. Dan Slater breaks it up off the top rope. Huge crossbody connects. Big punch to the face. Skinner, right? Jared Skinner's got Nolan Omega. Slams him down onto the metal bits of that table. Up to the top rope. Jared Skinner looking to end this match. Ethan Omega with the chair on the outside. Dan Slater, he's got Nolan Omega in a submission. Jared Skinner's shoulder tackle takes him out. Chair shot misses. Nolan Omega fighting back. Big elbow from Jared Skinner. He catches him, kick to the gut. Drops him down on his face. DDT. He's going for Dan Slater. Takes him out with the sling blade. He's going for the cover. Ethan Omega makes his way to his feet. 2, 3. The Omega Twins are your first ever Tag Team Extreme champions, ladies and gentlemen. Take a second to breathe and hydrate. It got really intense there at the end of that match. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been going for an hour and 8 minutes. If you've had a good time, let me know in the chat. If you're watching later on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. And as always, if you're looking to join UCW, post your created characters, hashtags UCWEF, UCWUU. Come see if you can take the strap from the Omegas. And I had another bottle of water ready to go. Let's go. Preparation, readiness. We love it. UCW Breakdown Women's World Championship is on the line. Harley Ramone takes on Demi Domingo next. Welcome back to the UCW Breakdown Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, your first ever UCW Women's World Champion will be crowned here tonight, and the first contestant in that match is making her way down. Haley Ramone. You can see it on her shirt. She does not care about how you feel. She is here to hurt people, win matches, and be champion. The only thing standing in her way here tonight is Demi Domingo. But we're not talking about her right now. We're talking about the legend that is Haley Ramone. All around the world, hypothetically, people know her name. Allegedly, Haley Ramone, one of the greatest women's wrestlers of our generation, has made her home in UCW. Ladies and gentlemen, love her shirt. Yes, it is incredible. I love the way it glows. I like the way they changed the logo. Looks very nice. And ladies and gentlemen, her opponent, another badass woman in every regard, the cool flame, Demi Domingo, making her way down to the ring. A true fan favorite in the making, this woman right here, full of energy, full of fire, an incredible technician and a striker like no other. Now it's time for me to turn off the webcam. Once again, the real ones know. Not that. What are you doing? Demi Domingo in the middle of the ring. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That means we are seconds away from the first ever UCW Women's Breakdown Champion being crowned. And there it is. One of the better designs on Breakdown, if you ask me, ladies and gentlemen. The title's up. These two women looking across the ring at each other. The bell rings and the match begins. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to UCW. Demi Domingo not looking good early on. Haley Ramone gets laid out. Big moonsault misses from Domingo. She's got her by the back of the head. Big elbows to the body. Catches her with a punch and then another. Big punches to the face. Both these women, huge combos. Neither one able to get the upper hand. But as I say that, Miss Ramone gets a big uppercut that lays out Domingo. Jumps up on her knees, big elbows to the shoulders, and then a kick to end it off. Haley Ramone, Demi Domingo. This is already a battle like no other in the women's division. Huge spear through the ropes to Domingo. Haley Ramone takes out her opponent like it's nothing. Big kick to the face. She's climbing up to the top rope. Domingo trying to fight back. Big kick to the gut. Follows it up with a big punch to the face. Headlock and then a punch to end it. Misses the leg drop. Haley Ramone is right there with a combo of her own. Domingo's got her by the back of the head. Ramone fights out. These two women both have an answer for the other. She throws her into the ropes. Big knee. Off the middle rope. Misses the drop kick. By the neck, drops her down on her knees, takes her out with an inverted clothesline. Haley Ramone getting something from underneath the ring now, reaching for a ladder. What does she have planned for this right here? Domingo slides underneath the ring, running away from Haley Ramone and that ladder, not wanting whatever she has planned for her. Huge ladder shot across the back. Up off the top rope, moonsault connects from Haley Ramone. She catches her once again by the back of the head. Propped up against the ropes, big forearms across the back. She falls down. Kick to the face, able to get out of the way. Domingo going for a cover. She got the roll up, but not even a 1 count. Haley Ramone trying to bounce off the ropes. Big elbow to the face. Now some mounted punches, hoping that teaches her opponent better. She's got her arms. Big knee to the face, misses. Domingo able to get a reversal. Huge chops across the chest, sending her opponent across the ring. Big punches. Haley Ramone able to fight back, drops her down on her knee. Clothesline connects. Through the bottom, through the ropes, heads back outside. Haley Ramone once again under the ring, going for a steel chair. Slides under. Throws the chair down onto the body of Demi Domingo. She's hyping the crowd up. Over the ropes. Up to the top. Haley Ramone looking for some devastation on the outside. Demi Domingo makes it back up. Huge attack from Haley Ramone. Lays her back out. Absolutely insane athleticism from both of these women on display. Drops her down. Huge kick to the side of the head. Haley Ramone looking absolutely dominant here tonight. Throws her around on the outside. Neck breaker connects. Running over. And a huge knee. Stomping down onto the leg. She's got the back. Not a German suplex, but drops her down on her shoulders and her neck instead. Arguably worse. Haley Ramone fired up, rallying the crowd behind her over the top rope. Huge clothesline connects, but it also looks like she might have caught her with a big kick on the way down. Domingo throws Haley Ramone back into the ring. Off the top rope, huge drop kick connects. Haley Ramone rolls outside to recover. Once again, back into the ring, Demi Domingo takes the ladder down from earlier. Across the face of Haley Ramone, and then sets it back up. Jumps back down. She's got her. 5-star. Rolls her over, going for the cover. Demi Domingo. 2. Only a count of 2. Haley Ramone able to get out, going for another cover, using the leverage of the ropes. Once again, a kick out from Haley Ramone. Big kick to the gut. Catches her with a punch to the face. What was that? Going for a cover. 1, 2. Only a count of 2. Haley Ramone somehow not doing enough to put her opponent away here tonight. Huge kick to the face from Haley Ramone. She's going for the cover on Demi Domingo. 2, 3. Haley Ramone absolutely demolishing all forms of competition. Walks out with the dub and the belt. Okay, first off, you can't be snatching away championships from my referees, all right? That's a good way to get fined. I've been telling y'all this on Overdrive. I've had to say it on Prime. What's up with y'all next-gen people and snatching belts out of my referees' hands? I get you an angry lady. I get you mean. I sign your paycheck. And ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time. I don't know how well that actually does the echo, but like, we're gonna try new things out. It is fun to snatch from the ref, but it's disrespectful. They don't get paid enough to be dealing with that shit. Johnny Vegas versus Ace Anderson, 1-on-1. The Breakdown World Championship is on the line, ladies and gentlemen. I know it doesn't show it or say it. It's because there are things that happen, and I can't be telling y'all. We do have hazard pay. After the events that happened where John Moxley and AEW got sued by a cameraman, we definitely started instituting hazard pay. We pay hazard pay, but you can't sue us if you get hurt. It's a wrestling promotion. There's combat sports that happen here. It's a possibility you're going to get hurt. Ace Anderson making his way down to the ring, all business, no talk, fired up and ready to go, taking a second to breathe before addressing the UCW breakdown crowd. They're all hyped and ready to see him. He's taking aim. His target is the UCW Breakdown World Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent. This match previously scheduled as a triple threat, now only a one-on-one 10-minute Iron Man death match. His opponent is Ace Anderson. This man reminiscent of a lot of different guys, but nobody quite comes close to him right there. I don't know if he's former special ops, former military, or otherworldly, but this man right here has a commanding energy around him. If you notice things are wobbling, I have a German Shepherd and she has anxiety and there's fireworks going off and she wanted to come say hi to Dad. So she came to say hi to Dad. Ace Anderson also looks very serious and ready for action here tonight. Fired up and ready to go. Let me take 1 second to myself. Ace Anderson, the powerhouse in this match, looking to intimidate everyone around him. The only problem, Ace Anderson stands at the same height, a similar build, and a similar weight. Very hard to intimidate a man who is just the same as you. Are you just a man with a metal crown on? Will that be proven here tonight? That's a look of determination on Ace Anderson's face. The bell rings, the match begins. Ace Anderson catches Johnny Vegas with a collar and elbow tie-up early. I do not guess I made this match a 10-minute Iron Man match. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that this is just going to be a regular old Extreme Rules death match. Working the arm now. Ace Anderson not looking good. Johnny Vegas now the one with the pressure on his arm. I will come back now to you all. Ace Anderson in control in this match. Not looking very good. He flips him over. Another collar and elbow tie-up. I apologize. I had to respond to my better half. She's asking me if I need anything before she comes home from work. Headlock from Johnny Vegas. He gets thrown into the ropes. Ace Anderson catches him. Big elbow. Over the ropes. He wants him on his feet. Through the ropes. Big spear. Ace Anderson lays out Johnny Vegas. Now working the arm. Hell's Gate locked in. He's got him. Johnny Vegas can't breathe, but he's making his way to his feet. Punching the legs. Getting out by any means necessary. Johnny Vegas back up to his feet. Able to get the dominant position on Ace Anderson. Flips him over. I really like the designs on the side of Ace Anderson. I recognize the Chaos Blade when I see the Chaos Blade, my friend. A headlock locked in. Johnny Vegas can't get back up to his feet. He does, but the headlock is still there. The pressure around his throat cannot bode well for Johnny Vegas here. Ace Anderson only a few minutes away from what could be a victory if he keeps this pressure on. Vegas able to fight out, gets the lock removed. Now working the arm and elbow of Ace Anderson. Now Ace Anderson back behind, working the arm of Johnny Vegas. I need these two men to separate. Give me something more to call. I love classic Greco-Roman wrestling more than not more than anybody else, but just as much as the next guy. But I'm here for big meaty men slapping meat. Ace Anderson went for a big kick. Johnny Vegas caught it. Slams him down, going for a Hell's Gate of his own. Ace Anderson picking up Johnny Vegas, powering through, big punches to the head. Off the bottom rope, takes him down. Johnny Vegas rolls outside, hoping for a moment to breathe. I can't see a thing. I can see who's doing it, but I can't really see anything beyond that. Johnny Vegas makes his way back in. Rolls over Ace Anderson, going for the roll-up cover. Only a count of 1. Johnny Vegas mocking his opponent, taking his aim. Misses the big knee. Ace Anderson. No, Johnny Vegas rolls him over. Big slam down onto his back. He's got him by the back of the head. Big stomps from Johnny Vegas down onto the body of Ace Anderson. Taking aim once again. He's got him up onto his shoulder. He drops him down off the rope. Going for the cover. Johnny Vegas. Only a count of 1. Big kick to the head. Drops him down. Big leg drops to the body of Ace Anderson. He's got the arm. No, Johnny Storm's got the arm of Ace Anderson. Rolls him over. Takes him out. Big shoulder to the head. Mocking his opponent. Calls him to his feet. Off the top rope. Big forearm connects. Big punches as well. Huge elbow. And a kick to the face. Johnny Vegas, Alexander Storm. Not Alexander Storm. Alexander Storm's on last gen. Big kick to the face. Johnny Vegas lays out Ace Anderson over the top rope. Huge kick. Lays out Johnny Vegas. Ace Anderson going for a cover. 2. Only a count of 2. Ace Anderson still not enough for the dub. He caught him. Big choke slam on the way. Ace Anderson just laid out Johnny Vegas. Now he is the one who is taking aim on his opponent. Big knee to the head. He's going for another cover. 2. No. Johnny Vegas able to kick out anyway. Ace Anderson meets the knee of Johnny Vegas. He's busted open. He's got him by the back of the head. We seem to be a little bit more stable. Hopefully everything is coming a little bit more clearly for all of you. Taking aim, mocking his opponent. Ace Anderson. He's got him against the ropes. Big punch to the body. He's got the head trap, picks him up. Power bomb onto the rope and then onto the mat. He goes up to the middle. Calling his opponent to his feet. What's he got in mind? A spear off the top rope from Ace Anderson. Johnny Vegas makes his way out of the ring, trying to get out of the way of danger. Picks up Ace Anderson. Now looking for a power bomb on the outside. A big clothesline takes out Ace. Johnny Vegas back in the ring, rallying the crowd behind him, knowing that he needs their support to get through this one. Off the top rope, big forearm to the face of Ace Anderson. And another kick to the gut as well. Huge elbow. He's got him by the back of the head, throws him into the steel steps. A count of 3. Ace Anderson needs to make his way to his feet if he wants to win this match. Any win is a win in this regard with there not being a champion. Johnny Vegas makes his way outside. Ace Anderson takes him out. Huge clothesline. Now he's got him. Back of the head into the steel steps. Throws him into off the side of the ring. Vegas, big slap and a kick to the back of the knee. Ace Anderson back up to his feet, looking to get Vegas back into the ring, throws him under the bottom rope. Kick down onto the back and to the back of the knee as well. Vegas makes his way back up, catches Ace Anderson with a huge punch to the face, ends it with a big kick. He's making his way back up to his feet. Big forearm into the body of Ace Anderson. Johnny Vegas looking to end this match. He's got him on his shoulders. He crosses the legs, spins him around, down onto the neck and back. He's got a cover. Johnny Vegas not able to get the win. Ace Anderson kicks out at 2. Up to the top rope. Off of it, he goes down across his opponent's body. Ace Anderson moving a much slower than he was moments ago. Big elbows catch Johnny Vegas. Big drop kick connects as well. He wants him up. Ace Anderson's got Johnny Vegas on his shoulders. He crosses his legs, stealing the move from his opponent, or maybe his opponent stole his. Going for the cover. Ace Anderson also not able to get the win. Johnny Vegas kick out at 2. He goes up to the top rope. Ace Anderson up to the top rope. Off of it, catches Johnny Vegas. Big move, lands. Is that enough to keep his opponent down? Ace Anderson into the corner, drops down onto his opponent once again. He's looking for something big. Johnny Vegas, stay down, brother. He caught him. He's got him by the neck. Choke slam. Ace Anderson, did he just become? No. Johnny Vegas kicks out at 2. Ladies and gentlemen, the fight between these two men has been absolutely incredible. This fight embodying what Breakdown is all about. Whether there's blood, glass, tacks, barbed wire, or your bones sticking out of your skin, you keep on going. The submission locked in on the outside. Ace Anderson struggling to breathe. He's able to fight out, it looks like. Big knee to the back of the head. Johnny Vegas not looking good. Huge kick connects. He catches him. He's got his head trapped. A count of 5. One of these men need to make their way back into the ring, or both. Johnny Vegas, Ace Anderson back into the ring off the middle rope. He catches him. DDT from Johnny Vegas. Stomps down onto the back of his opponent. He's got him working the head and neck now. Off the ropes. Big kick to the face of Ace Anderson. Johnny Vegas gets him up to his feet. Bounces his face off the turnbuckle. He's gonna go off of it. Oh my God, Ace Anderson. 1, 2, 3. Ace Anderson is your first ever UCW. What is this? Is that Joker from TXW? He's laid out Ace Anderson. He's laid out Johnny Vegas. Is that all? Is anybody else coming down? What is he doing here? I know he made his presence known moments ago, later this evening. What the hell just happened? I didn't sign that contract. Ladies and gentlemen, Joka has just made his first ever appearance in UCW programming. I don't know what that means for the future. I'm a little alarmed. Back to what just happened, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny Vegas became your first ever Breakdown World Champion. We had Haley Ramone winning the UCW Breakdown Women's World Championship, taking on Demi Domingo in an absolute highlight of the night, in my opinion. Jared Skinner and Dan Slater were not successful in winning the UCW Tag Team Extreme Championships because those belong to Ethan and Nolan Omega. Scott Taylor and Jake Simon fell to the larger, much more powerful Eddie Lewis, your UCW Breakdown Prince of Carnage. Misty Rivers became your first ever UCW Women's Ironclad Champion. And Azrael Black, to start us off at the beginning of the night, became the first ever Deathlock Champion, defeating Darius. Praise. I knew at the end of this match we were up for a very good show, ladies and gentlemen. The energy these two men brought was absolutely insane. Let me cut the background music. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching on YouTube, please make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment letting me know if you enjoyed. If you posted your character using the custom hashtags UCWUU and UCWEF, leave a comment letting me know that you did it. Check the description of the YouTube channel and join the Discord. And now you are united. God, I hate it. That's so corny every time I say it. Thank you for watching, and go check out all the other videos on the channel. Alright, stream, we are about to end it off. Let's go and see what we are going to do for the rest of the night. I think I'm going to play some Door Kickers 2 after I get done editing. Might stream that as well. It'll all be here, or you can go check out The Casual Gamer on YouTube. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. It has been a pleasure as always. Much love to all of you. We're going to play the intro again, and then we are out of here. Heel Leia, the Clown Prince, I appreciate you being here.